His store is somewhat of a neighborhood gathering hole. Beryl, Chris, and Corazon went on a very, very cold winter's day to find out more about this bodega's owner and his family's journey. My name is Beryl. I work with glass, I work with film, photography. I was in Fort Greene about 1989. I had moved from Clinton Hill to a three-bedroom apartment on South Oxford Street with my teenage twins, Corin and Aaron.
My name is Ralph. Jawad is my last name, and I'm from Fort Greene. I grew up and I was raised around Fort Greene. Since 1977, I started working in the store. Unfortunately, at the time I started here, my dad was sick, and one of us had to drop out of school, and it was me.
My name is Beryl. I am an artist. I work with glass, I work with film, photography, and as well as a podcaster. I was in Fort Greene about 1989. I had moved from Clinton Hill to a three-bedroom apartment on South Oxford Street with my teenage twins. Actually, I was coming from East New York originally into Clinton Hill. So East New York back then was drug infested. A lot of people on crack. The development I lived in, there were a lot of people selling drugs. So we, I think, had the first helicopters overhead. So moving out of that environment to downtown, what I call downtown Brooklyn, Clinton Hill, Fort Greene, was a step up from East New York. However, it was still crime-ridden at that point. I remember having to drop to the floor on many occasions because of gun shooting outside of the building, and so it was still a little rough in Fort Greene when I moved in, but it was still better than from where we came from. I think the schools were better.
I want to say a peacekeeper, a grocery store guy, a mentor, a therapist. I'll listen to you, a bartender, whatever you want me to be, I'll be.
He was very boisterous, and he told a lot of jokes, some that I didn't find quite so funny at the time. But I eventually got a sense of who he really was after going there many times. At most times of the day, if you entered the corner bodega at 89 Lafayette Avenue, you would find a long, white-bearded American Palestinian man.
We're more of a, how would you say, we're more of a neighborhood store, family store, hangout store, shelter store, nice guy store. What else you want to know? We're everything. We're all in one. We're a package.
Ralph is described as someone who has and is always willing to help someone in need. If someone was hungry, Ralph would feed them. On any given day or night, you will find at the bodega neighbors talking, sharing funny stories, telling jokes, neighborhood gossip, laughing till your sides hurt. Sometimes there will be a deep political discussion or notices of a family's death.
But in all reality, you know, if you have something, you should give somebody. You should help the poor. You should help the needy. You know what I mean? That's how it is. Or, you know, I mean, if you really look at it, Barrow, and you look at today's world, like, we get up, we walk around, we can eat an apple, we can eat this, we can do that. A lot of other people can't do that. Like, if we ate a banana, somebody else is not eating nothing that whole day or the whole next 2 days. You know what I mean? I don't know. I guess we need to live in a peaceful world and no walls.